think we fought a war to keep these barbarians in the Commonwealth.
Watson, see if you can purchase 2 tickets for this evening's performance. I will endeavor to find out what I can inside.
Yes, of course, Holmes. I'll join you when I've done. Oh, excuse me, is this a queue?
Yes, sir?
How do you do? Is Miss Irene Adler in the theater, do you know?
Nobody here but me, sir.
I must speak with her at once. Do you know where I might find her?
No one is to be disturbed until curtain time. Mr. Furman's orders.
This is extremely urgent.
So are Mr. Furman's orders.
Do you know her address?
Look, I just finished telling you that...
Yes, quite. Look here, my good man. When did you last see Miss Adler?
This morning at line rehearsal.
Was she all right?
Letter perfect.
Was she? I cannot tell you how relieved I am to learn that. Wonder if I might prevail upon you for a further service. Would you be so kind as to give Miss Adler my card directly she gets to the theater? Tell her I'm at the Algonquin Hotel and must speak with her as soon as possible.
I think I can arrange that for you, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
You will have earned my undying gratitude. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I say, Holmes.
Watson, we have a splendid piece of reassurance. As late as this morning, Irene was apparently in good health.
Good.
And what have you been able to accomplish?
That's a rum go, Holmes. Deucedly rum go. See those? Last 2 in the house, the fellow in the window says.
Row B. Seats 5 and 7.
Now, don't bother, Holmes. Already questioned the fella.
You have?
Well, those tickets were purchased a fortnight ago by Irene Adler.
To send to me?
Exactly.
And why are they here?
They were returned.
When?
Earlier this afternoon.
By whom?
Well, there's a stranger, chap in the box office. Never seen him before, he says. Holmes, what do you make of it all?
Watson, my apprehensions are returning. Those tickets sent to me in Baker Street were forgeries. These were intercepted before they could reach me.
Whatever for?
The phrase continues to ring in my ears. The crime of the century, the past century, and for all centuries to come is now in preparation. Moriarty said that to me.
You mean he's behind whatever it is that's going on?
It will take place before your very eyes, and you will be powerless to prevent it. Watson, there is devilry afoot. I feel it in my very marrow.
What are we to do about it?
Until it chooses to reveal its nature to us, there is nothing we can do, except dress, dine, and attend this theater tonight.
Is he in?
Upstairs.
Come in.
Have you got something for me, Simmer?
He's here.
Indeed he is. All right, back to your post. You know what to do.
Yes, sir.
Act 1. The cast is assembled. The play begins.
Holmes?
Yes, Watson?
There's not a red Indian in the entire place.
I have noticed.
They should have started by now, don't you think?
We didn't have to rush dinner afterward. We're 15 minutes late.
I wonder what's wrong. Do you suppose anything's wrong? It's way past curtain time. See what time they started.
Oh, yeah. Time they were getting on with it and all that, eh?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mr. Daniel Furman. I beg your indulgence, please. Due to the sudden indisposition of Miss Irene Adler,
Watson, quick.
the role of Paula at this performance will be played by Miss May Robeson. Thank you.
I demand to be taken to Miss Adler at once. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, thank heavens you're here.
Where is she?
So far as I know, at home.
I must know exactly what happened.
All I can tell you, sir, is that when she didn't appear after half hour was called, I sent the call boy to her house.
And?
He returned with this.
What is it?
As you can see, it just says she's sick and will be unable to perform. With a full house and the curtain already delayed 15 minutes, I had no alternative but to go out front and make the announcement you just heard. Mr. Holmes, can you shed any light on such behavior? This is absolutely unlike Miss Adler.
I can shed some light, Mr. Furman. This note was not written by someone suddenly taken ill. It was written by a person in the clutches of the most extreme terror. Well, look at the hasty scrawl. The hand shaking so it's scarcely able to hold the pen. In fact, here, and here. The pen has actually dropped from her hand. I must know Miss Adler's address at once.
14 Gramercy Park, but...
There's no time for buts. Come, Watson.
Obviously. Yes. Keeley won't turn up now. Hardly. Then you two shall hear it. Doctor, Frank, this is the last time we are to meet in these rooms. The last time? Really?
Good evening. I must speak to your mistress at once.
I'm sorry, sir. Miss Adler is not at home.
To Sherlock Holmes? Step aside. I must have that assurance from the lady's lips herself. Irene, are you there?
I'm here, Sherlock. It's all right, Hella. Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson may come up.
Yes, madam.
Here. May I ring for some refreshments, some coffee, brandy? Would you care to sit down? Sherlock, you're looking quite well. You've hardly changed in the years since we've met. And Dr. Watson, are you quite well also?
Thank you, dear lady.
Irene, we were at the theater tonight.
Did the performance go on?
With your understudy. The audience was naturally disappointed at the substitution.
Miss Robeson is a very promising, fine young performer.
What is the indisposition of which you're suffering?
A trifling matter. I should be
Irene, why did you not go to the theater tonight?
Did Mr. Furman not explain
I
the
insist I be spared this masquerade. It demeans a friendship of almost 10 years' standing. Irene, it is time for the truth. What is it that holds you in this grip of almost unbearable terror? What is the message you are awaiting? And why are you prepared to remain up the entire night and not leave this house until you receive it?
I should have remembered. One cannot pretend in front of Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Holmes, what do you mean by a message about staying up all night, about not leaving the house?
Simplicity itself, Watson. Irene has cancelled the most important night of her career. And look at the fire. Made up to last until morning. And that curtain. See, it hangs untidily. Again and again, it has been thrust to one side so that the street below can... The window is unlatched. As I say, someone has repeatedly stepped out here looking in all directions. Waiting. Waiting for what? Watson, not a single piece of furniture in this room bears the imprint of a human form. Irene, you have spent the time since at least 8 this evening, pacing up and down, sitting only at that desk over there to write the note to Mr. Furman. What is this? Who is this child?
His name is Scott. He's my son.
Where is the boy now?
He's upstairs in bed.
May I see him?
He's asleep.
I shall be very quiet.
I'm afraid I cannot oblige you.
I am convinced you cannot. This photograph normally stands on the desk here. A faint line of dust marks where the base usually rests. You seized it up while you were pacing. You gazed at it with a look of longing, with a sob of anxiety, I dare say, and then you flung it onto the sofa because the boy is not upstairs in bed. The boy is not in this house at all. The boy has been kidnapped.
Yes. Yes, yes, he has been kidnapped. And I'm out of my mind with grief.
Holmes, good heavens, the lady's at the end of her tether.
Watson, fetch us some brandy. Irene, please. You must control yourself. We have no time. I must know exactly what happened.
Yes. Yes, of course. I will have a drop of brandy. Thank you, Watson.
Of course, dear lady.
Yes, madam.
Hella, would you tell Fraulein Rockenbach to come down right away, please?
Of course, madam.
Ich bin zur Schule gegangen, den Jungen abzuholen.
English, Fräulein.
Ja, natürlich, bitte. I had gone to meet the young boy at school, and we were walking home, which we used to do each day.
It is this afternoon you're referring to, Fraulein.
Ja.
Well, please describe to us.
Ja. 3 blocks from here, maybe 4. Yeah, 4. A carriage drew beside us and stopped. A man was on top driving the horse. It was a closed carriage, and all the shades were down. Suddenly, a man leaped from the inside.
Yes, go on.
He seized and kicked me.
Good heavens, the brute.
Watson, please. He seized and kicked you.
Yeah, first by the hair like this, and then with his foot like this in the chin.
I expect she means the shin.
Thank you, Watson. What happened then?
He threw me into the gutter. God in Himmel, was he strong, so strong. Yeah. Laid his hands on the boy and dragged him into the carriage, and off they raced.
Irene, when you learned of this, did you inform the police?
I was on the point of doing so when
What?
this telegram arrived.
What telegram?
About to show you, Sherlock. Try not to be so impatient.
I ask your pardon. When a problem absorbs me, I tend to neglect formalities.
The problem absorbs me also.
Do nothing, stop. Tell no one, stop. Further instructions will be forthcoming, stop. Disobey these orders, and you will face the direst consequences.
Oh, dear lady. Sit down. Holmes.
Irene.
Forgive me. I thought I was stronger. So there it is, Sherlock. I have been waiting for those further instructions since 4 o'clock this afternoon. And it is now nearly 9:30. What has happened to my son? Oh, a message.
Closed carriage, Holmes. One man at the reins, the other must be at the door. Hold on!
Go!
Wait!
You're standing there for my man. Why didn't you give the note to your mistress?
Not addressed to Miss Adler, sir.
Not addressed to her. To whom is it addressed?
It's addressed to you, sir.
I'd better read this to you. The life of Scott Adler depends upon one thing alone, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Your refusal to cooperate with the police. You will refuse, and you will give no reason for your refusal, or the boy will die.